Hi everyone, it's Mari. I'm back again today for Honeybee Stamps. I'm going to be creating this A2 size card that you see on the screen, and I'm going to be using the gorgeous In Full Bloom stamp set. This is just a beautiful floral set that has this lovely focal point area for your card front, as well as all of these beautiful versatile sentiments that have such lovely fonts. I really love this stamp set. It is one of my favorites, and I just love to create many different types of cards with this stamp set. There is also a coordinating die set that you can purchase separately for this set. Now I'm going to stamp this out onto some Tim Holtz heavy stock craft paper, and I'm going to treat the paper with my anti-static powder tool here first, and then I'm going to stamp out my image with some white ink. This is a slow drying white pigment ink, and I am going to do some heat embossing with this slow drying ink here. So I'm going to stamp that out onto my craft paper, and then I'm going to apply some white detail embossing powder onto my ink, and I will heat that up with my heat tool and melt it, and we'll have just a really beautiful, nice, crisp image to color for our card front. So I'm just going to finish applying that white embossing powder on there. Then I will take my heat tool and melt that. And once that's all melted, I will be ready to color these gorgeous floral images. I am going to take the coordinating die for this die set, or for this stamp set, I should say, and die cut out my florals. There are two dies in the coordinating die set. One cuts out the florals and the other cuts out that center geometric shape. I am going to do some Polychromos pencil coloring here. I am going to be starting off with the white crayon here, and I'm going to use 3 different coordinating colors of turquoise to color over top. So I started off with my lightest color, and now I'm going in with my medium color sort of at the base or edges of the petal where I want the shadow to be, and then blending that out with the lightest color as well, using the darkest shade of that turquoise at the very base where the darkest shadow is, and then finishing off the tip of the petal with the white crayon. I will list all of the colors of Polychromos that I used for this project in the description box below. I'm going to show you one more bloom here, and then I do the rest off camera because this does take quite a bit of time. So again, covering the whole petal with the white crayon, then going over the whole petal with the lightest color of blue. Then I go in with my medium shadow color and then the darkest turquoise shadow color to finish off, and just blending back and forth with the colors until I'm happy with how this looks. But I do really love this blend of colors on this craft. I think it's stunning with the white edging and then the turquoise blend. And I am going to use some of the Beach Vibes pattern paper pad for my card as well, which has just got the really beautiful blues in it as well. This card actually has a little bit of a beachy vibe to it, which I really love. Something a little bit different and unexpected. I think it's just a really pretty card when I finish it up. So just going in again here with that medium color, kind of started in a C shape and then worked up to the top of my petal. Now using a little bit of that lightest color again to blend that out, and I will finish up the shading area there with that darkest color of turquoise, and then I will finish up the very top tips of my petal with that white crayon again, just to give it a little bit of a highlight at the top. This is such a fun and relaxing coloring technique. It's one of my favorites and just super, super fun. You can use your Prismacolors or whatever type of color pencil that you have in your stash. Once my coloring is all finished, I take a piece of white cardstock and one of the coordinating dies, the geometric shape. I'm going to cut that white shape out for the center of my card so that the focal point area there is going to be white in the center. So this is that die, and I have already cut that out. You can see there that's ready to go. And here's that Beach Vibes pattern paper pad. I just love this paper. It's so pretty. And I'm going to use that kind of like boardwalk wood color there that is going to be part of my card front. Now I'm going to stamp out the sentiment for my card onto this white cardstock. I do want to do some gold heat embossing, so I've treated my paper with an anti-static powder tool, and now I'm going to stamp out some embossing ink with my sentiment. I'm going to stamp that out onto my cardstock here, which is just going to leave kind of like a watermark, a clear stamped image, and then I will take my gold embossing powder here, run that over the sentiment, and then I will heat that up and melt it. And that will just create this really beautiful gold sentiment for my card. I think that coordinates so nicely with the Kraft Cardstock. I'm going to put some foam adhesive on the back of this geometric shape for the front of my card, pop that up, apply that onto the card, and I'm also going to apply my floral piece onto my card front, my pattern paper, with a foam adhesive as well. Now I'm using my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station here. I love that there's a centering ruler as part of this, and that's going to help me line up the center of that beautiful floral piece for my card front. I'm also applying the pattern paper to my card base with a little bit of repositionable adhesive, using my centering ruler again to help me get that right in the center. Now I've placed this into my splat box, and I'm going to splat with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold, and my card is going to be all finished. I really love how this turned out. I hope you enjoyed watching this come together. Please make sure that you check links in the description box to all of the products that I've used today. Make sure that you subscribe and like and share this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.